Hello, my name is Fu Manchu. Now, if you've watched any of my past reviews, then you know that I'm a huge fan of Damtoys' Gangster's Kingdom line. I love them because they're just so unique. I mean, there's not another 1/6 scale line out there that's like that. Now, Damtoys does make some more unique lines, and one of which is called Mind Game. And you know what? It's in conjunction with a designer named Dog. Now, I have been tempted in the past to get at least one of those figures, but I couldn't because I was too broke from spending all my money on Gangster's Kingdom figures. But they do make a smaller line also in conjunction with Dog, and I was like, ooh, it's in the 112 format. I like that because I like those Mezco figures, but they also look so cute and they're unique, and I was like, ooh, man, I really want one of those, but I didn't do it. And then my friend, Honest Figure Reviews, actually reviewed one, and I was like, I wish I would have gotten that figure when I had the chance, because now it's sold out, and since then they've already announced 2 more in the line that are up for pre-order, and I'm like, and I can get those, but I'd always regret not having that first one. So I scoured the internet, and they were sold out everywhere, until I found in the darkest recesses, the part of the internet you're not supposed to go in. Well, they had that figure, and it was at cost too, and man, that's awesome. So today's review is gonna be on the following. Today's review will be on the Damtoys, and look at there's Bane going,
Oh, this is a smaller box than I'm used to seeing, Mr. Wayne. But wait till you see the cute little dog.
Cute little dog? What are you talking about, Bane? And it's also made by Dog, and oh, look at that cute little dog.
I told you.
Oh, Bane. And this is for the Death Gas Station. 112 figure of Tony. Now, because this figure is in the 112 scale, this box is not very big at all. It's a little under 6 inches by 7 inches, and it's pretty cute. It's got this really simplistic artwork on the front of the power lines and the mountains, and even the little gas pump with 666. Now, if you're curious why this line is called the Death Gas Station, it's because there's a gas station out in the middle of nowhere that souls end up, and Tony is one of those souls. Yep, that's about as much detail as they go into in explaining the backstory of the Death Gas Station. Now, one of the things that they haven't explained is, why do they look like robot people? I mean, seriously, if they're souls trapped at the Death Gas Station, they just happen to wander by, do robots even have souls? What's going on? I don't know. But you know what? He's too cute. Now, this is the first one in the line, Tony, as I said already. Now, they've already announced one of the guys who works at the gas station, which is called Old Bone. And then there's another one that's called Golden Dog, which is half robot, half dog, I guess. I don't know. He's got a dog head, but he's pretty cool too. Down here, you've got the people that made it, the barcode, and all the little legal information, and that is awesome. Let's look at the front of the box one more time. Because honestly, I am dying to see this figure, and there's not a whole lot here on the box. So I say we waste no more time, and I say we visit the Death Gas Station. Now, inside of that box, we find this little plastic tray with the figure and all of his accessories inside there. And this looks like a 1/6 scale figure all shrunk down. That is awesome. Now, behind this tray, we find this little baggie here with a little paper insert, and it looks like a sticker. So let's look at this first, shall we? Now, the paper insert is just a one-sided little comic strip, and that is awesome. The cover of the comic is called Tony, Death Gas Station number 1, Heaven. And if you look down there on the cover, it's got a picture, and that same picture's on his shirt. Now, if you look at any promotional things when they were designing the character, his shirt used to say Heaven, just like that. But now they've taken that off, and it says Pray underneath the hands. Down here it says Creative Parkinzo Comic Dark Church. The comic starts with the Death Gas Station in the middle of nowhere on Route 666. Tony gets off of his motorcycle and walks over to the gas pump, where he immediately starts drinking the gas. It's dribbling all down his chin, and the gas pump is dinging away, and then all of a sudden the gas goes. Tony's all confused why the gas stopped, and Old Bone is in the background and says, "The life lies in the boredom." Tony says, "What did you say?" And he says, "Sir, can you fix it? The gasoline gun is broken." "Could you?" Old Bone just stares at him. So he lights up a cigar and he goes, "No smoking in the gas stations." And Tony says, The last page of the comic just has a little sketch of them designing Tony, and that is awesome. And I really love this down here. You got Dog, and Damtoys shaking hands and working together. As for the included sticker, you get a little sketch of what could have been Tony when they were designing him. On the back of the sticker, you get a little teaser sketch of Old Bone, and that is awesome. Now, looking at the figure tray with the lid removed so we can get a better view of these accessories, because I probably won't show him posed with all of the accessories or anything like that. I'll probably just show off the figure. But as you can see, you get this really cool looking 70s style Evel Knievel motorcycle helmet. That is awesome. You get this little word balloon right here that attaches to his head with that little piece there. And on one side it says go, and on the other side it says a bunch of squiggly lines, which if you ask me, that's how you write out what Q*bert was saying every time he'd fall off a block in the game Q*bert. Down below that, you have this really cool leather wallet that's all worn and stuff. That is so awesome. It's got a chain attached to it. Next to that, you have a raw steak. Now, I've seen in a comic strip, Tony's eating this steak, so yeah, I guess robots eat steaks. Who knew? Over here, you have like a pipe or a stick or whatever that has tape on it, and that's pretty cool too. Next to that, you have the cigar with ash. That looks really good. Now remember, this is tiny, so you could give that to one of your Wolverine figures if you wanted to. And then down here, you have the little hook where you can attach that to his pants. You got a bottle of booze or a bottle of something right there. And then next to that, you have some extra hands. And I love that little button there that they put on the cuff of the hands. That is so cool. Get another hand there. Now over here, you get the matching set. And that's pretty awesome. And then you have the figure itself. And like I said, this is just a Damtoys 1/6 scale figure shrunk down to 1/12. This is so cool. I mean, if you've seen any of the Gangster's Kingdom figures, then yeah, you know what to expect. It's just this is a smaller one. And just look at that head. Now it's wrapped in plastic, so we're going to have to take that off to get a better view of it. So let's do that, shall we? So here's Tony fresh out of the package, stood straight up, and just look at the details on his shirt alone. It's got some dirty spots on it and stuff. That is awesome. And this totally reminds me of a 3A Adventure Cartel figure or one of the Ashley Wood figures. That is so cool because if you look at his arms and stuff too, you can see he's got dirty spots on there too, just like the Ashley Wood figures. That is so cool. Now working our way up here to this head, and this head is awesome. He looks like a robotic version of Bert from Bert and Ernie, or maybe Guy Smiley, I don't know. But you know what? That is awesome. I love the little rings in his eyes, the gold rings around there. That is so awesome. And those little, I don't know, they're not dents. They're more like, I don't know, they stick out. They look like little eyebrows. And that is so cool. And then down here you have the mouth. And he's got a dirty little head. I mean, his head's filthy. He's got a bolt there on top of his head and a triangular little, I would say it's like a little caution triangle or something. And he's got rivets all down the back of his head. That is so cool. But that mouth, if you look at it, you can actually articulate it. And looky there, he's smiling. Now he's talking our robotic head off. And now he's shouting at us for running away. But man, this is so cool. Now that little rivet thing right up there at the top of his head is removable, and that's where you attach that little word balloon. It like slots into the little hole, and that is very cool. But just look at this head. Now, the head's not made out of metal, except for maybe that little joint right there that you can articulate his mouth with. But yeah, it looks like pitted metal and everything. That is so cool. Man, that's awesome. I love that articulated mouth. I know that's silly, but I think it is so cool indeed. Looking at the back of his head, and you can see he's got little rivets and stuff on the back. That is so cool. Looks like the Rocketeer's helmet, just in silver. That is so awesome. Looking at those eyes up close, and you can see all the different rings inside there, almost like he's got telephoto lenses or whatever to make his eyes adjust. That is awesome. And yeah, this head is just so cool. Everything about it is so awesome looking. Now everything down here is pretty much, you know, the same as any figure. It's just got a normal figure body. It's got some bigger hands, kind of like Gangster's Kingdom. But as you can see, he's wearing big leather gloves or something like that. That's pretty awesome. But you can see little dirty marks all over his body. So that's pretty awesome indeed. You got his t-shirt there. And then down here, he's just got some little jean shorts or whatever, culottes. I don't know. They're short, as you can see. Well, they're rolled up. That's why. But yeah, he doesn't have a belt on or anything like that. So you can't attach the chain to a belt or anything. That's why it's got a little hook. So you can like hook it on the loop or maybe on the top of them. And then down here, he has some really cool looking little combat boots. Those are so cool. And I love the treads, how they painted the little leather parts of the treads. That is so awesome indeed. Now, let's see what his body looks like underneath this shirt. Give me a hand there, Tony. Tony's going to hold up his shirt for me so we can look at his body here. As you can see, he's got a little tiny body. This body is so small underneath there, but it's got all the normal articulation that a 1/6 scale Damtoys figure has, and that is awesome. Now, you can see there's no real dirty spots like that on the body, and like I said, he doesn't have a belt on, but he does have a belt loop, so if you have a little 112 belt, I guess you can put it on there. But yeah, that is awesome. Looking at the back of the figure, and you can see he's actually got his name printed on the back of his t-shirt, and that is really cool indeed. Working our way down here, he's got 2 pockets, one of which will hold the wallet, and that's pretty cool. And then down here, you've got his pants rolled up and the back of his boots, and he just looks so cool indeed. But yeah, look at his dirty elbows. Oh, that's so cool. I love it. But the thing I love the most is this little articulated head, because you can get so much expression out of it just with that simple little face. That is so cool. Now, even though this figure's in the 1/12 scale, he is pretty small. I mean, he's just under 6 inches tall, and it really shows when you compare him to other 1/12 figures. Now, comparing him to a Marvel Legends Punisher, you can see he's really small. Then you've got Doc Nocturnal and even John Wick right there, and he is tiny. Then again, who are we to say how big a little robot man who hangs out at a death gas station would be? But yeah, all of these guys look like they might hang out at the death gas station at least at some point in their career. Looking at his truly awesome 70s style motorcycle helmet, and that looks so cool. I love how the little visor is tinted yellow and everything. That looks so awesome, and it fits his head perfectly. That is so cool. Now, taking a closer look at this little bolt on top of his head, and yes, it is removable. So if you want John Connor to access his CPU, that's how you do it. But I will warn you, that little bolt is super small, so I wouldn't make a habit out of removing it because you probably will end up losing it. As I showed you before, his mouth has the ability to open and close, but with that bolt removed, he now has the ability to speak. Or curse you out. Now, you saw how this figure scaled alongside of that Punisher. Well, when you buy that Punisher, you also get this really awesome motorcycle, and he looks pretty cool sitting on it. It's a little oversized, but hey, works for me. So, final thoughts. What do I think about this figure? Well, I absolutely love him. He is so awesome. If I had any negatives to say about this figure, it would be that, well, I didn't expect him to be quite that small. I thought for sure he'd be at least the same scale as a Mezco 112 figure, but that's okay because this isn't in the same, line, so it doesn't matter. But he is a lot smaller than I thought he'd be. But I don't feel like I got ripped off or anything like that. I think he's perfect. I think it is so awesome, and it just makes me want to see the next 2 that are coming out, and who knows how many after that. That is awesome. Now, I am very happy that I was able to find this figure because, like I said, he was sold out everywhere and I could not find him. And I found him for how much he cost when he first came out. So I lucked out and I'm so happy with it. There's my review of the Damtoys and Cold Dog Death Gas Station. Tony! Oh, where is he? Oh, there he is. He's so little. Oh, but look at him. He's so cute. He's waving goodbye and everything. Man, this figure is awesome, and I absolutely love him. Like I said, I'm just so thankful that I was able to find one because, wow, I think this figure is so cool. And, man, I cannot wait to get the next 2. So bring them on, Damtoys and Cold Dog, because I can't wait. So, until next time, tune in for more.
Hey, this is Nolan North. You don't want to miss Fool Reviews.